Hello, welcome to your safe space. I said that kind of serious, but I truly mean it. Like, welcome to your safe space. It's a new space for me, so I feel kind of official because it looks official. I'm just like, can we make play official? I feel like officially we should. What's with the word official? Official. That's coming up. So come hang out. You're catching me in this kind of awkward moment of choosing to set the space because I kind of have this like headache, and I feel like it's probably going to connect in today's message of just like, and the phone rings when I say this. So there's definitely a connection here. Let's let that do its thing while I light the Palo Santo. In the meantime, just get cozy. Let's take this phone as an opportunity to answer the call for alchemy and balance today. I always like to say when I do readings and like the phone rings, it's like the divine is on the line. Ooh, that rhymes. Like God's on the telephone, right? Are you willing to answer? So if you're willing to answer, I want you to say out loud, if you can, say it out loud, like with your vocal cords. But if you're, out in public, just say it within, but say, yes, I answer the call of the divine right here, right now. Beautiful. I feel like Palo Santo is always so hard to light, but once it's lit, it's lit. All right. So what I took about just like all that opening right now, because I was like also telling you how before I was going to record, right, I like have a headache. And what's so funny is today is my birthday. Today's my birthday. I'm 34. And it's the first time where I'm just like okay with going slow and being in my own energy and not over pouring into the celebration with others, but really pouring within. Like I'm over pouring within me as a celebration. And of course, like who wants to wake up with a headache on their birthday? That's like no bueno, you know what I mean? But I'm embracing it as a purge. And maybe if you're here too, you're feeling just a lot of like crown chakra ascension right now, where you're really shedding a lot of your old identity. You've been through a lot in the last few months, and as springtime, comes into fruition, into blossom, those seeds that we've planted when we were in the sacred void of confusion. Like confusion is inevitable, just like fear, right? We're going to be clear, we're going to be confused, and we're going to keep like bouncing around from that polarity all the time. But I feel like over the last few months, you've been in such a recalibration of your identity from the wounded self to the sovereign self. And in the middle of that, you were in the depths of this incredible void that was so painful, like literally so painful. Like if you connect with that, affirm down below, like, yes, the last few months I've sat in the void, like voice it, claim it, because right now you're in the integration phase from that. You're in the phase of really recognizing polarity for what it is, right? The light and the dark. We no longer tongue twist, that means it's very important for me to say this, but we no longer victimize the void. We see the void as sacred fuel for alchemy, for deep healing, for gratitude, because that darkness, all of those parts of ourselves that we avoided for so long out of fear, out of distortion, once we like awakened, right? Like that's what's so potent and beautiful about our spiritual awakening journey, is that there comes a point where you just fucking crack. You crack, you become aware, and you cannot not see what you have now seen as far as like the distortion goes. So in order to really heal the distortion, you kind of need to sit in the distortion a little bit and befriend it. And that part is so uncomfortable. Can I get a hallelujah on that? Like, hallelujah! Like, yes, so uncomfortable. But again, polarity, right? So we have uncomfortable. What is the polarity of that? The contrast is comfort, right? And I feel like the collective right now, if this message is meeting you, it's because you're pretty much like you're like in the in-between, but you're closer to the comfort than you've ever been before. And it's kind of like this last kind of few moments of enjoying, because you're about to get to the destination, right? So it's like enjoying the last few moments of all of the beauty that you uncovered in this identity shed that you've chosen to take. But again, it's like being humble in the fact where it's like, once you get to the top of the peak, you're gonna now be climbing a new peak, because life is about infinity and beyond. Like, you're never just like content, because change is the most constant thing. Don't get me wrong, you're gonna get to the peak, you're gonna be able to celebrate, enjoy it, you know, really savor it. It's not like before, because now like you are whole and complete. Whole and complete, but that's interesting. Compete came out. And I feel like that's actually an aspect that you are shedding right now, this competition element. There's no competition when you are hand in hand with the divine, because divine timing is always shining. And when you see yourself as the quantum clock, there's no such thing as being late, right? Oh, there's no such thing as being late, because this is the journey of self-evolution and polarity. Like, we have to understand the darkness to understand the light. And right now you're like getting to the end of the tunnel, and this is a huge victory, and you're going to celebrate. You're going to celebrate. You're already celebrating, and that's what allowed you to catapult to the end of the tunnel. Maybe quicker. It all depends, right? How you want to look at it, because again, quantum time is not linear. But because of your gratitude of the journey, your gratitude of polarity, your gratitude and accountability to be authentic with your actions of polarity, right? Because we've all acted wounded before. We've all acted sovereign. We've all acted something in between, and it's not good nor bad, but a part of the human experience of learning, like, what feels good and what doesn't feel good. Like, how do we want to lead as a human being with soul truth, right? Do we want to act and embody woundedness and lack mentality? Or do we want to embody the sovereign, infinite self that is rooted and aware and conscious of contrast, right? And there's no competition when you are flying and rooted in your authentic truth, okay? So you are about to experience the coins of your blessing for being so authentic and so real and brave to sit in the fucking shit. Okay, excuse my French, but you have been so brave. And today is this like activation, just us being here, is this activation to celebrate the journey, because wow, you're here. You didn't give up. Everything around you said give up, and you said, nope, I'm going to trust the free fall. I'm trusting the free fall. I'm trusting my inner knowing. Yes, maybe I don't have tangible proof yet, but I trust in the 5D dimension and beyond, knowing that that wisdom that I'm feeling in the ether, right? Remember, we're like feeling that crown chakra awakening right now. It's because we're like, it's like the last purge of all those fucking narratives that blocked our royalty, your divine royalty. So yes, let the purging happen. If you're feeling a little fatigued, a little tired, a little groggy, don't identify that feeling of you going backward. More try to like identify yourself as, okay, my body is cleansing, so I can do that jump to the peak because I'm almost there. Like I'm there, right? It's like knowing. It's interesting because we have to know that our prayers are answered before we see the results. So it's always a tug and pull of like, I know where I'm going, yet I'm already there too, right? That felt good. Let me know how that resonates. Okay, I'm gonna like slow it down because I just feel like things are just pouring through at such a beautiful pace right now as far as wisdom and like just speaking to you and having this soulful fucking like dialogue of activation. So let me know how it's resonating for you down below. Oh my gosh, yes. I also feel like drinking water right now is like everything. Like hydrate those cells, hydrate so you can like flush out all of that bullshit away. Okay? So I have a plan, a cosmic plan, to pull basically an Akashic Records tarot card that's going to be more of like the more in-depth meaning of like how to really integrate like the end of the tunnel vibrations, right? Like you're about to do that last jump. Like how can you really integrate with softness? And then we're going to use the angel cards to kind of just ground down on like a sacred word that we can like embody but also get curious with for that integration jump. And it's funny to say integration jump, but I feel like that's the beauty of life, right? The paradox of it all. Everything is like a both and it's like, yeah, we're going to be resting and rising, resting and rising, both at the same time. And when we realize that that's okay, that we can do the both and, because that's the beauty of being activated, is like you're a master of the in-between, because you're not competitive anymore to be anywhere but here. And anything extra is literally extra, because the present moment is the gift, right? All right, so I can talk for days. So we're gonna pull a card, but before we do that, let's just take a few deep breaths and do a little bit of a prayer. That sounded funny, but we're gonna just do a prayer to ground into the message. So if you can, get nice and cozy. And I invite you to close your eyes. If you're driving, please don't close your eyes, but listen and allow these words, no matter if you're in motion or can join me in stillness right now, but these words, these vibrations of sound is an activation. So just affirm, I am ready to be activated. And close those beautiful eyes. And just notice your breath, breathing in and breathing out, allowing yourself to receive. Allowing yourself to become your own air purifier with your breath. As you breathe in, you're observing. As you breathe out, you are surrendering any toxins, any low vibrational narratives, people, places, opportunities, whatever the circumstance is. Every exhale, you're letting that shit go. And every inhale, you're becoming curious, you're becoming open. So just allow yourself to find a steady inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale as you become your own air purifier. Softening your shoulders, maybe even bringing them to your ears, rolling them back, feeling your heart open, your spine slowly start to align, maybe even bringing a hand to your belly, a hand to your heart, strengthening, lengthening that spine, becoming aligned, open, receptive. Noticing the sounds around you, softening your jaw, maybe even bringing an inward smile into motion, allowing yourself to activate joy as you heal. And really just allowing your body to speak to you. Notice any parts of your body that feels heavy. And just ask that part, like, what do you need? Maybe you bring your hands to that part of the body and just tap it and wake it up. Tapping the meridian points on the body, the fascia, your cells, wherever you are called to come and just like awaken your body, just tap it. Allow yourself to be that air purifier now with your touch and breath. Beautiful. Now bringing your hands to your heart, which is your sacred treasure chest of creation. Whatever is imprinted in the heart can be created and held when the heart and mind find coherence. So we're going to do that today by pulling cards. So just find maybe a sacred question that you want clarity on. The theme is integration, as you're about to jump right into kind of the sacred blessings that you cultivated for yourself through your vulnerability, through your bravery to heal. And healing really is non-linear, right? So yes, you're about to jump, you're about to be at the top of the peak, but now you're a whole different person because you have called all your parts back to you. So now you are whole and complete. You see polarity for what it is, and it doesn't scare you anymore. So when you are going to be ready to make the next jump after the peak, right, after you integrated and celebrated and really enjoyed all your hard work, you're going to be asked to up level again, because that's just life. But now you have this sovereign way of you that nothing phases you, because you know solutions will come, because you're sovereign. There's sovereign solutions available to you always. And you just like unfold it into your softness of being fearless in your wholeness. So if there's a specific question you want answered today, just take that time to ask it out loud. Put it in your heart. Allow the heart to grab that question. And when you're ready, we're going to take a deep breath in through the nose, really feeling your air coming from the root of your spine all the way up to the crown of your head. Exhaling. You are now open, receptive. And when you're ready, you can slowly open your eyes to the space. Whew. Wow. How was that? All right. Let's pull an angel card. This is going to be the sacred word that's going to guide you right now in integration. If you feel called to share anything that visually came up for you in the meditation, I would love to know it down below, so you can take this time to just claim any visions. use the comments as a digital journal. This space, my intention is that we build a community of love and support, because it might be rough out there, but here in this beautiful Light Hunter tribe, this is a safe web of celebrating each other, of divine brotherhood and sisterhood. And I'm just so honored you're here. So feel free to share, and we'll amplify each other, okay? Angels, what does the collective need to know? What's the sacred word for their integration jump? I always laugh when the juxtaposition is so real. Oh, okay. Was just gonna do one, but when the cards jump, we take them. Okay. Before I share them, I'm just gonna take a moment and kind of just lay the land here. Does anyone else have like low-key OCD? I mean, I just like everything needs to be in its place. I mean, I'm not gonna like flip a shit if it's not, but like aesthetically, like I need things to be in a sacred flow. Like symmetry is very important to me. Does anyone else feel that way, or am I the only one? All right, what is gonna be like the message, okay, Spirit? What is the message that's really gonna ground them as they make this jump, this integration jump? Like, what is the message for this? The hope. Hope. I like to say, having hope is so dope. Having hope is so dope. I made actually a art piece that says that. Ooh, I actually want to share something with you guys, that I have like something fun, a new offering, which is big for me. But I'll get into that in the end, because I don't want that to be a part of the message, even though it is a part of it, because I created it for the integration, for the higher self integration. But I'll get into that later. Okay. All right. These cards are bigger. Oh, no, that's too much. Nope. I just want one card, Spirit. These ones are way bigger, so I'm like, oh my God. And I think that's kind of symbolic, that like you're getting ready to hold more than you've ever held before, and it is safe for you to hold it. It is safe for you to hold your blessings, okay? You got this, because you're whole, you're complete. You're not scared of your different parts anymore, remember? Okay, I only really want one. But actually there's 3 cards, and we had 3 cards here. So I'm going to trust, okay. This is when you just gotta flow with the divine, you know what I mean? You just gotta flow with the divine. Oh my God, and of course there's, oh my freaking God, wait, what? This is ridiculous. It's always on freaking point. Okay, hold up. I need to like show you guys the spread real quick. Hold up. Come join me. Let's see if I can do this. Okay, and we're back. I'm never sure, you know how like on the iPhone you can like pause the video and come back, and I'm always like, I hope I pick that, like press the right one. Okay. Oh my God, I had it like okay, and then of course now we're having tech issues. Ain't nothing. Okay, and there we go. All right, so just for a moment, we're gonna be where you don't see me, and we're gonna look at the cards, because look at this spread, guys. Like, did we not talk about being at the top of the peak? Like, what? I love when the cards just mirror truth, right? So we got balance. This is the journey that you've been on, right? Understanding what balance means to you, and really seeing your full potential, but then learning how to embody it through retreating, right? That sacred void. You need to kind of go through this hermit journey
and a few tower moments, and you need to protect your energy because you're realizing your blessings are worthy of protection because you are worthy of peaceful protection. Like your peace is the protection. And, balance, man, is learning to balance that, the sun and the moon within you, the polarity of life. And you had to go through this crazy, and I say crazy because it's just uncomfortable, but you had to go through this like inner child healing. You needed to, not only hold that little you that felt just unseen, unheard, unloved, abandoned, betrayed, noticing those narcissistic abuse patterns, right? As an empath, we attract a lot of narcissistic relationships within our karmic family line, and it's very, very painful, right? And it's like we sometimes at first sit in a lot of the victimhood and the why because it just fucking sucks. But once you start learning the power of duality, right, and quantum physics and spirituality from a level of mystical science, not something outside of you, like realizing that the whole world is within your own heart space, and everything that happened to you in childhood, like all those fearful experiences, yes, they sucked, but they made you and shaped you into the person that you are today. Without that pain, without that sacred anger, you wouldn't understand polarity. You know what I mean? Like, you have to understand true pain to understand true joy. It's just the way it goes when you flip the coin. And that awareness of polarity is what is setting you free. Like, your fears are your freedom if you choose it to be that way. And it's only in the sacred retreat, in that hermit mode of really protecting yourself and going inward and taking stock of all the people, places, and things, not from blame, but from observation, and asking yourself, all right, like, what do I want to recalibrate? Like, what am I willing to let go of for the sake of my balanced blessings? Because my blessings are already done. They're already done. They're already there waiting for me. I just need to get to the top of the peak, and I do that through taking accountability of my polarity. Life is polarity. So the wounded child meets the sovereign adult. But you have to be willing to go through the forest. You see how these kids, they're like walking through, like they're about to go through this sacred vortex. And I feel like this vortex is what's bringing the balance. It is what's bringing the harmony of the yin and yang, the divine masculine, the divine feminine within, that sacred retreat. Like, wow, it's interesting how these two images are so similar. Like, yeah, her hands are like going to that direction, but you see how like she's holding balance, and the wings here are bringing the balance. Let me show you this actually a little bit better, but let's just pull the cards. But you see how they're very similar, and I feel like there's kind of like this subconscious, like, hidden meaning here of like when you activate your wings, and if you're an earth angel, an empath, a light hunter, a light worker, a star seed, you identify with those cosmic identities, right? You know that when you go through your ascension journey and you choose your sovereign self, you activate your wings, and those wings is what brings the balance. So my friend, you've activated your sovereign wings. Congratulations. All right, let's let me come back and talk to you in a traditional way. Un momento. You see my knees? Oh my gosh. That's so funny. I'm always like self-conscious of my knees for some reason. And it's interesting. Okay, hold on. All right, coming back to just like the connection of knees, because for some reason knees are coming up, and like our legs, right? Our beautiful legs is what allows us to make the physical jump in this 3D world. So just like maybe I'm feeling called, like maybe today or throughout the week, really sit with yourself and bless your body parts, but like specifically focusing on your legs is what's coming through. Like really allowing your beautiful legs to be just celebrated as the body vessel that's going to take you into that integration jump, right? Because you need to use your legs to do the jump, but also to ground and integrate. So there's something very sacred about the legs, and also the fact that it is the root chakra, right? It is the safety. It's what really plants us on planet Earth, bringing all that divine royal wisdom and like planting it into something humanity can benefit from, and something you can benefit from in your human experience. So when you go back up to the stars, you can be like, damn, I really did it in this lifetime. Like I was able to really balance, the 5D and beyond wisdom with the 3D world. Like, whoa, I did it. So, yeah. Do you guys see that little light pocket right there? Oh my goodness, I love it. I think that's all I have for you as far as the message goes. But I do want to tell you about the greeting cards. I did create something really fun for you, so I'm going to go grab them real quick. I'll be right back because today we're using this feature on the iPhone. Okay, I'll be right back, okay? All right, I'm back, even though I'm sure you didn't feel me in motion, but isn't that the beauty of life? We can pause, we can jump, we can pause, we can jump, we can pause, we can jump, we can pause, we can jump. All right. So if you feel called to share a cool way that we can interact, this is for you. If you're like, Maya, leave me alone, that's fine too. But I hope you stay, because I've been doing a lot of just meditation on a easy way that you and I can work a little bit deeper as someone who's also on this journey with you of becoming and owning my sovereign self and being an active healer and being of service. I was like, how can I really be there for my light hunters on YouTube? Like, I really love you guys and I want us to really experience reciprocity. So I decided to bring back this beautiful offering that I used to do, and then I took a pause, right? But basically, I had created greeting cards a few years ago because I'm also a mixed media artist. My background is in graphic design, amongst all the holistic things that I'm certified in. I spent 10 years being a graphic designer, and I created these really cool, just blank greeting cards, right? And I love them. I would sell them at gift shops and stuff in the LA area. And when I was meditating on how I can be of service for you, I got this idea to create a channeled letter for your higher self. And it will be written on a separate piece of paper. But the whole thing is that I get to choose what art is for you based on the message that I channel for your higher self. So what greeting card you get is actually a mystery, which is really, really cool. And this offering is worldwide, right? Because it comes as snail mail. Like, who doesn't love to receive snail mail? Like something in the mail that's not a bill for a second, but something for your heart, for your expansion, to inspire you, to hold you. So I created a letter for your higher self. That's what it's called. and it's now live. So I'm going to leave the info down in the description, and it's being sent worldwide. So wherever you are in the world, we can connect deeper. And yeah, I think that's it. I mean, you can let me know if you have any questions about it, as this is the first time I'm sharing about this beautiful offering. But I have done a few of them, and I got incredible results, because it's like, you might be asking like, okay, why do I need this letter? Well, if you are feeling stuck, if you just want to be held in like inspiration, if you want to receive a channeled message from something that is you, but how do I put this into words? Like, you know how sometimes like you know all this wisdom, right? Because like what I'm gonna channel and write in the letter is not news to you. Like, it's not new news to you, because you already have those codes within you. But sometimes you just need a sacred mirror who can remind you of X, Y, Z. And depending on what you're going through, that channeled message will come through for you. So you can just be held in your own remembrance, okay? And it's interesting, because at first I did these letters, and you know, I really like automatically write. So it's automatic writing, and I channel and I do some breath work before, and I really hold the space to become a vessel for your higher self. And sometimes it's just wild how spot on the words are, and I don't even know how they're coming through, but that's the beauty of becoming a conduit, right? You're not doing it alone. I welcome in your ascended masters, your teachers, your loved ones. It's very Akashic Records vibe, which I think goes hand in hand, and why I chose the Akashic Record Tarot. Because we all have this like library storehouse of wisdom, and for me, as your sacred BFF, your cosmic BFF, I'm here to remind you of that wisdom that's already within you. So that's about the greeting cards. Yeah, if you want to get a little treat for yourself or gift someone, you can go ahead and do that. More info down below. It's also my birthday, so I feel like just so honored to share this to you on my birthday. It's like a gift for me and a gift for you. So if you feel the pull, go ahead and try it out. You have nothing to lose, my love. All right, I hope this message was valuable, grounding, inspiring. I love hearing how things land for you. So don't be shy, voice up in the comments. And also, main thing is use your discernment, right? Take what you need, recycle what you don't. I don't even think I even introduced myself in all this, but that's the beauty of me. It's like I put myself aside. I'm Mystic Maya. It's such an honor to have you here. I love you. I'll see you in the next message. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. Keep going. You're integrating, you're jumping, and it's all working out. Okay, my love?